Moving on, obviously, then to taking that content, creating a PDF rendition for it. Again, either you can create one common PDF that's suitable for use in different health authorities, or you can take, the individual Word documents that may be reused across regions and actually create specific PDF renditions for each region, where you really meet the slight different nuances in requirements across them as well. So you can create multiple, you have one file in, multiple renditions out. One of the things we can do there is really leverage in our workflows the metadata that's available in systems like SharePoint. So we can look at things like the value of a document. So we'll look at a parameter, one of the columns of info in SharePoint, and look for the value of it. So I've got an EU parameter that I'm looking for. If that value is true, ultimately it knows that I should take a specific route through the workflow. In other words, it will create a European rendition, an EMA rendition. If the FDA check is set to true, it will create an FDA rendition, PMDA, etc. So we could basically set these parameters to look at the metadata available and then act accordingly as well. So you can really leverage that to help you automate the process more. So again, we look at the attribute to check in SharePoint, and then we define the routes to follow. Depending on the route to follow, you may have different settings for EMA renditions compared to PMDA, compared to Health Canada, etc. So each one of them can have slight differences in the requirements. Things like how many levels of bookmarks should it be included? 5. How many should be open when you open the PDF file up? What PDF version do you want to use? And most regions accept 1.4 to 1.7, but sometimes you may want to submit at 1.7. Other countries may be 1.5 or 6 still. You're able to kind of be flexible and create those renditions automatically, simultaneously from the same source content. So if I take that, showing you in SharePoint, if I take that single source document and all I do is I just need to check an option to say that's the trigger, for the request to take place. And again, that can be automated, or it could just be somebody literally manually checking a box to say, I want a rendition now. So it's up to you. You can be manual or automated. The results will come back again, stored back in SharePoint. And again, the differences could be if you take a European rendition of the file, you may have the tables and figures scattered throughout all the bookmarks, the rest of the bookmarks in the tree. So you see my tables and figures and etc. will be, scattered or mixed within the other headings in the bookmark tree. Whereas the same document processed with a different configuration for Japan, for example, they may want to group all the table bookmarks at the end of the bookmark tree. So instead of them being scattered or spread throughout the rest of the bookmarks, they're just grouped nicely at the end, for tables, figures, diagrams, whatever you like, can all be kind of separated. So those are some of the differences, and there could be PDF version, there could be all sorts of differences between the two. But again, those could have been created fully simultaneously.